should focus on the number one part of this. Because I tell people, spiritual, mental, and physical healing. And I'm telling you, focus on the first. If you spiritually heal, all's good. If you physically heal, you're going to die anyway. I'm sorry. All of us are going to die. Even if it's natural causes, you're going to die. And we know Elvis died. I still have my doubts, but I think even Elvis died. So focus on what really counts. What can you take when you leave this life? There's no U-Haul trailer to take all your possessions, right? It's like, I own this property, I own this house. No, you don't. When you're gone, other people will be in that house that you think is yours. Other people will be driving your car. Some homeless guy just got your clothes. There's nothing you have that is yours. You own nothing. That's a hard concept. Native Americans get it, but what Europeans come here never did get it. We don't own the land. You know, it's there. It's all God's, right? You don't own anything. The only thing you take with you is love. So as you're getting closer to the end, take more vitamin L. Love. And if that don't work, take additional more. Just keep taking more L. Love. That's where it's at. And on your deathbed, when you're getting ready to get out of here, you figure, I've served, I've done everything I need to do. That's the criteria. I've done everything I can do. This is all right. Give yourself permission to live. And think about all the love that you gave to people. And give love as you're going, give love to your grandchildren, your children, your neighbors, your friends. Even on your exit, give love. It all could be here. It doesn't have to be verbal. You may be in a coma. Give love. Okay. When I was in Hawaii, because you weren't there yesterday, when I was in Hawaii, I learned some basic principles of healing Hawaiian style. I've added that together to what I've learned from yoga and my own visits to the Himalayas and my own near-death experiences. And I'm going to be teaching a hybrid Hawaiian, Indian, kahuna thing. And it's all focused on accepting what I'm saying very childlike. This is not intellectual crap. This is not, you gotta learn the scriptures and know the meaning of this and chant the right words and, you know, and do the rosary. There's nothing to do here. No lighting candles, no nothing. All you gotta do is show up for yourself. And what's the first rule? Love yourself. So when I was in Hawaii, and I was already a healer before I went there, I healed dogs and other things and people. And the kahuna tells me, yes, you're a healer, but I'm going to give you something to add to that, right? Which I didn't appreciate, and I told the story yesterday. And he told me, love, forgiveness, and attitude, right? Or gratitude. But it was also a couple of little things they added in there if you follow Hawaiian stuff. And I remember these three and thinking it was the most useless stuff I ever was going to need. I never need it for healing. What do I need that for? Okay, I thought I was beeping. So,
sorry.
So I left there, and it took 10, 15 years of my life to realize that everything I was doing, everything in my life was about love, forgiveness, and gratitude. So if you have a body part that is not functioning too good, like I got this, I showed a copy of my face when the nose was cut off and the stitches and everything. It's pretty ugly. But this nose has been cut off 3 times. 300 and some stitches in this face in that's just the last 3.5 years. And never pain pill afterwards. Conquered the pain, because this method will take care of the pain. And so what I'm going to teach you right now will take care of pain. And if you're really strong in this belief, it'll actually help it heal. And if you're even stronger, it'll do deeper healing, even at a spiritual level and everything else. So with my faces, my nose would be cut off. I'd have bandages on it. I mean, big hole in the wall, right? And I'd put my hands on my nose, and I'd practice love. I love my nose. I'd be saying this in my mind, not out loud. They'll put you in a nut house. You know, I love my nose. I mean, lock him up, right? So this is not arrogant, egotistical stuff. This is, you're actually talking to your physical being the spirit. Realize that every cell of your body is not just a cell of your body. Every cell of your body is you. Just like when I tell people, each of us is not separate. Altogether, we are God. Altogether, all these cells are us. Same thing. So we're a cell of God. That's one way to look at it, right? But when you tell that part of your body that you love it, you are that body telling yourself. And that body of yours and the essence of you is God. There is nobody else. There is nothing else. There's only God. Nothing else is real. It's all delusional. It's all the ego gives us a life story. Oh, there's birth, there's death, there's heaven, there's reincarnation. There's only love. And when you graduate, and I mean graduate, and you wake up through all this garbage that you're going through, which is not a lot of fun, but a life on earth is not a lot of fun. And it's hard to believe anybody volunteered to come back here, but here you are, right? So you tell that part of your body, I love you, and you appreciate it and everything. And then you forgive yourself. You know, like on the nose. I asked the body, the nose, to forgive me for all the years I was a lifeguard, scuba diver instructor, surfer, swim team, you know, out in the sun in Hawaii and California. I mean, I burnt my face, and I'm paying the price now. And I apologized to the face, to the nose. And I meant it. And then I practiced gratitude. And I was grateful for all the years of service my skin gave me. And I was grateful I still had some nose left. You know, I was still grateful that, you know, I still had parts of my body that weren't cut yet. I was working on all of them at one time. But it was like, I was grateful. And I was also grateful because I know that me going through this bad skin cancer with all these amputations, big things coming out, it was a gift that I could give others. Because when I learned to handle that pain, and when I learned to heal that, I can teach it. Here we are. That's why we got there. So, and you can practice this same thing anytime you want. You could touch, if it's your knee, if it's your heart, if it's your brain. You can put a hand on that part if you want to add a little energy to this. You know, I felt there was energy in my hands, and I was really wanting to heal my face quickly and get the pain done. But I didn't ask God heal me. Nope. I didn't ask God take the pain away. I just gave the pain love. And I even love the pain. Thank you for the pain. It keeps me awake. You know, makes me, you know, alert. So think about that. Didn't ask for the pain to go away. Didn't ask for healing. And yet, that's exactly what I got. Because I didn't go to Santa Claus God and went with the list of stuff I wanted and save me and rescue me. Just give me what I need. And I just give it love. And no matter what the results were, I'm still going to do the same thing. So, in the beginning, there was lots of time doing this, you know, days. And then after about 15 surgeries, it was just like, yeah, I love you. End of story, bone pain's gone. And when I got to the teeth, I did this, and 3 broken teeth somehow got healed. And, you know, there were shards, and, you know, they were broken up. Nope, didn't have to have them pulled, no root canals as predicted. It worked out good. So all the things that I've had, my first order of business when I'm working with people is to teach this simple technique, because if they do nothing else and their faith is not strong enough to truly overcome whatever they got, I'm batting about 70% of pain reduction and about 20% total elimination of pain. I think that's pretty good odds for something simple. So, you know, if I got 10 people, 2 of them have total pain reduction, and 7 of them should have some percentage of that. Right? I can't control everybody. There's always 2 or 3 people that they choose to do what they need to do. You don't think you do, but you do. It's all a choice. So that's the process. Now, why you're saying this, if you really want to emphasize it even greater and give it more energy, I don't know if I told the group this yesterday, but greater energy is to focus on the spiritual eye and just visualizing energy and light coming through your crown chakra, top of your head, and just flowing to where it needs to go. I don't even direct it. Because I don't know if God needs to give me a spiritual healing, emotional healing, or physical healing, but I'm open to anything or nothing. But you can direct it if you want. I think the God within you wouldn't be too upset. So I'm just telling you how I operate. All right? So you're directing the energy. Now, if you have a dog or a cat, let's talk about that. Dog or cats work really good. I'm not too sure about lizards and snakes, probably the same thing, but dogs and cats are very receptive to human energy. They feel it. And we really love dogs and cats, so our love is at this other level of energy. So if you got a sick animal, like my first healing we talked about yesterday, you weren't here, I healed, my dog was run over by a car, and doing the same technique on the dog, I didn't take it to a vet, it was healed. Okay? But when you love a dog, and you focus your energy, okay, here's the method. Picture the light as energy going through the top of your head, going through your chakras, and then coming out your hands. This is your antenna. And you're going to take your hands on your pet, dog, cat, whatever you got. Put your hands on that animal, and then tense up like you're trying to lift an imaginary heavy weight. So it's just, you're drawing tension there. You're drawing energy. And just add love. And when you touch that animal, I do, I feel like sparks. You may not, but the dog will sense it. They're very receptive. They'll feel your love, and you will help them to some degree. Even if they're dying, you're helping elevate their spiritual evolution. Okay? So when a dying animal, you got, like a bird hits your window and it's dying, give it love. Human love helps elevate that group soul into an individual soul the next journey. That's why you got these loving, caring dogs and cats with people, and people associating with them. When they die, those dogs are ready to move on to the next level. Very loving beings, but they separate from the group soul. This is what I was told in the Himalayan mountains by these guys, I'm going, not the yogis. I'm going, what? Is that a group soul? No. Animals have group souls. And but people would become individualized. That's what makes humans special. Even though there's only just a little tiny bit of DNA difference. There's not a lot of DNA difference. It was 1 or 2% to us than a chimp. I mean, it's like, what? But the spiritual DNA, it's the energy. Okay. So if you want to help heal somebody else that you love and like, family member, child, do the same thing. You sit them down. You can put their hands on the part of the body, have them do the loving and all that. But then, not knowing your energy, if you have energy to give, then you can do the same thing with energy like you do on the dog. Be careful, because if you don't have the energy, it's probably not going to hurt anything, but don't get the belief that you're a healer. What you're trying to do is activate the other person's energy. So if you approach it like, I'm not a healer, they're going to heal them, I'm just trying to activate their energy. I'm trying to wake it up. So that's what we're going to do next. I'm going to wake it up, your energy. It's not going to be Reverend Bill McDonald's doing this to you. Oh, Reverend Bill healed me. No, you healed you. You healed your own eyes. Because your belief, just like the woman touching Jesus' robe. Jesus didn't do anything. Her belief in Jesus healed them.